Well, this is going to be a very difficult video, so I thought it might be best to kick it off with some beautiful scenery. Biddy Mold Supply will be closing within the next month, probably beginning of July. And we've had a great run. 19 years is no small accomplishment in this very competitive field. And we hope we've served you all well as a supplier with prompt shipping and good tech support and unique products and, of course, helpful techniques on our YouTube channel. So, what does that mean for you and for us in the near future? Well, dear viewers, of course, as you might imagine, we will be offering some discounts on remaining products. And of course, we will be, as we're emptying out our inventory, we'll be adjusting that online. And we'll also be selling off a lot of our old molds and other interesting Biddy artifacts and equipment and shelving and whatnot from our warehouse. So be sure to check that out. I'll be updating that more on our Facebook page as well as Instagram. So be sure to check both those pages for updates. And of course, it goes without saying, we have enjoyed being your supplier for the last 2 decades, and I really hope my kids are going to remember all the good times and memories we've made with all of you. We've had a lot of exciting times and crazy events at our store, and the kids have gotten to be witness to all of that, and I hope they appreciate that as they grow up. And thanks again for all of your friendship and support. We could not have done this without you. Obviously, our entire business hinges on our customers. So we really appreciate all of you out there who've supported us for the last 2 decades. Now, the last 2 years have seen a lot of change and turmoil in the silicone and polyurethane universe. And as many of you know, we did battle with the lizard people, and spoiler alert, the lizard people won. Now, when I say lizard people, I don't actually believe these are 12-foot shape-shifting lizards. I'm just referring to the high-functioning psychopaths with whom we compete. So I have considered selling Biddy, but I've decided after speaking with some potential buyers that I really would just prefer to retire it quietly with dignity. So we will be selling off some of our assets, like some of our private label products. So watch for those. We're going to be working with some other distributors to make sure those are still available. Products like our rigid casting foam and our flexible foams, and of course all of our silicone pigments. We're going to be passing that torch on to other distributors. So keep an eye out for that. And again, that's something we'll have more about that on our social media pages in the weeks to come. So stay tuned for that information. Now, the future of this industry is going to be very interesting, and I'm going to part with a quick analogy here. Those of you from the magic world or the carny world might be familiar with this. There's an old carnival trick where a child or a magician or whoever appears to play 5 or 6 or 10 chess masters at the same time. But it's a pretty impressive feat if you don't know how it's done. And all the trick to it is all the child is doing, or the magician or whoever's doing the game, is they're just copying the move of they let the other guy go first, and they copy his move with the next player. So all of the chess masters just wind up playing each other, and that's why they usually wind up playing to a draw, or they might win one of the matches. But basically, the guys are all playing themselves. And that whole con requires that you have chess masters or other people to play off of. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And that brings us to the state of the industry. This will be very interesting once we leave, once a lot of the smaller guys like myself have been forced out of the marketplace. What's going to happen is much like that chess con. All of these guys, once they're gone, the big guys will not have anyone to copy. And sadly, a lot of these big producers do not seem capable of original, innovative thought. So it's up to you, dear customers, to encourage good innovation in this industry. And when at all possible, please support the small businesses of the world. So, all that said, thank you again for all of your support and patronage over the last 19 years. It has been a wild and exciting ride, and we wish you all the best. And again, we could not have done this and we could not have gotten as far as we did without all of you. So, thank you again, and we wish you all the best as you go forward in your molding and casting efforts.